Hello and welcome to the 909 podcast. It is episode 285 of the 909 podcast with myself, Niall, and Andrea Cleary. Hi, Andrea. Are you ready to catch a vibe?
I'm extremely ready to catch a vibe.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good.
Shout out to our New York/Boston friends who were catching a vibe with us at our listening party on Wednesday.
Yeah.
They don't know that I overheard them say that, but now they do. If they're listening, which
they said it to me
not.
as well.
Okay,
so
great.
they were catching a vibe all over the gaff.
Nice
basically. We had the J Dilla listening party for Donuts on Wednesday night. Just gone in the Big Romance in Dublin on Parnell Street, and we had 4 American visitors came in, and one of them very excited that we were doing a Dilla night, and just insisted she was going to be there.
Yeah, she was great.
At no cost to herself.
No, she was fab. She was like, well, I actually need to be here. And we were like, we agree.
Yeah.
You should be here.
You do it. Do it.
But yeah, thanks everyone for coming. It was a really, really lovely, vibey night.
Yeah.
Vibes were caught. Is this our new thing?
I woke up with it in my head this morning after not remembering yesterday that's what it was said to me a lot. And obviously I've heard it before, but I just never heard anyone say, let's go catch a vibe. Let's catch a vibe. It's really like, what are you trying to catch? I
don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But yeah, fair play to you. Whoever, I can't remember her name actually.
Whoever you may be.
Yeah. So this is the monthly episode, which is aimed at our members primarily. If you're listening to this on the public feed, you will hear a preview of this podcast. So it will at some point cut out. And if you are enjoying what you're hearing and you like the recommendations, as many people do, then you can join us over on Patreon, which is patreon.com/909. That's where you will get the full access to this monthly episode where we talk about the best music of the last month, best songs, best albums, and a few other bits as well. And of course, there's Discord access and cheaper tickets for Lumo. We've got a Lumo next Saturday. There's free tickets going for that. And Hen's Teeth, you sign up. So if you're planning on going, you're basically saving money already. Those kind of things, And we give reduced price tickets for the listening parties that we do every month. And will we say what our next one is before we continue?
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Housekeeping.
So on the last Wednesday of next month, we will be doing Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City, listening to it in full in the Big Romance. And a week or so before that, we'll have an episode where I'm just going to talk about that album. And look, we're going to see how long it takes. But could it be the first 6-hour episode of the 909 podcast? I mean, maybe.
Clear your calendars, clear your schedules. I will anyway.
Clear everything.
Wednesday, 28th of May is when the listening party happens. But yeah.
Wednesday, 28th. Yeah. So be there, get over to the Patreon to get early/cheaper tickets and come along. And yeah, we think it's going to be a really nice, like to me, Good Kid, Mad City is a summer album. It's the sound of K-Dot and his mates riding around in the California sunshine. So I think it'll be a really, really nice one to do for May. And yeah, it's going to be good fun. They're always good fun, but I think this one in particular will be bopping. So yeah,
I do think if anyone is listening, hasn't been, and you're looking for a really nice midweek thing to do, and with sound heads, I think there's lots of sound heads there. It's always
we
very
don't
nice.
Finish up late. Like you can come in, you can get a pizza, have 1 to 2 drinks if that's your kind of thing, and then like you're on the bus home. It's not a big night out. It's chill. We're just listening to an album. It's not a whole thing. So yeah.
Okay, well, let's crack into the music that we're going to talk about on this month's podcast. Do you want to start or will I start?
I can kick off if that.
Off you go.
Great.
What is your first choice? What have you been listening to this month?
So my first choice, my apologies, is actually from March, but I didn't start listening to it until April. This is a collaboration, one of 2 that I have this month actually, between Marika Hackman and Laura Marling, 2 artists that I'm a huge fan of, really, really big fan of both of them. This is a song called Skin, which was a song that originally appeared on Marika Hackman's debut album, We Slept at Last, which came out 10 years ago, which is kind of insane. Both artists released very, very good albums last year. Laura Marling's Patterns and Repeat was one of my favorite albums of the year, had one of my favorite songs of the year, Caroline, on it. Big Sigh by Marika Hackman kind of passed me by last year, but I've been listening to it on and off this year and really catching a vibe with it.
Nice. Yeah, well, it was released early January 2024. So
it was in that period where music can be very easily missed, especially because we don't do a January roundup. So it sort of just passed me by. So yeah, maybe we'll take a listen to it and I'll tell you a bit more about it after. To shed some light, the fire must get in a searing pose. I'm a fever in your chest, the burning sun, I'm west. I am too naive.
why does this thing exist, Andrea? Why?
Why does it exist? Well, because it's lovely, but mostly because Pitchfork London did this series with Abbey Road Studios where they get people in to kind of record and re-record versions of their tracks. And this is one of those. So this was produced by Marika Hackman herself, recorded at Abbey Road with the two artists. And it has that really kind of spacious sound. It's got loads of room in this song. It's like, this was one of my favorite songs from that debut album. And for me, I think like, and I love that the debut album version of it, like I love the original version of it, but this version just, it has those 10 years of experience from Marika Hackman, first of all. So you can kind of hear a sense of like growth and maturity in what she's doing with the song, the decisions she's making in terms of the production of the song. And you can feel Laura Marling's kind of influence on that as well. And I think the two of them, we heard them both singing separately there, but when their voices come in together, they just sound so perfect together. I would really, really love if they worked on an album together. I think they sound beautiful. It's quite haunting and eerie, but it's such a beautiful song. Like I like the unexpected turns it takes kind of harmonically, in terms of like the chords. Yeah, it's just so lovely. I really hope that they work together. I hope they have an active WhatsApp conversation where they're making plans for an album or something. But yeah, highly, highly recommend this.
Lovely stuff. Very good. Okay, I'm going to pick a album from April that I really enjoyed. It is from Daughter of Swords, who is Alex Saucer Monig. So Alex was one of the three a cappella singers in the traditional group Mounted Man, American group. They were active about 10 years ago or maybe a bit longer. I remember when they came to Dublin once when State was still active. We did a video with them called it was a video series. I think it was Will McConnell did it, and it was a bit like Le Blog Textile vibe where we get artists to kind of perform in a different place. And Mountain Man came and did an a cappella song in the Ivy Gardens before their gig that night. Really lovely. But this is a totally different vibe than that. So this album is called Alex. And it's the second album from the artist who has been kind of exploring their own sense of self and exploring gender, inner thought processes, arriving at their relationship between themselves and finding a new place, understanding of gender, as well as the relationship between art, creativity and other people, and late capitalism's effect on people who work in the arts. So let's have a listen to a song. This is probably the most immediate song on a first. It's called "Talk to You."
Old tank top with the comic book in your hand. Wild hair always falling down in your face. I really wanna talk to you. I really wanna know you. I really wanna talk to you. I really wanna bang bang fangs like skate back to your soul. Tube sock underwear, feel like I'm already pipe down brain, I can hear you with the same thing. Falling for a person like a person's gonna solve anything. 1, 2, really wanna talk to you. I really wanna know you. I really wanna talk to you. I really wanna know you. Really wanna talk to you.
So, as you can hear there, it's fairly bubbly, fairly bright. That's the second track on the record. A bubbly and naughty collection of songs, what I called it. Kind of fuzzy guitars, tangy synths, saxophone. It was recorded in North Carolina, where the artist is from, and also does feature old Mountain Man pal Amelia Mead, who most people would know as the singer in Sylvan Esso, and features production from Nick Sanborn as well from Sylvan Esso, along with artists like TJ Mayani, who plays with Wise Blood, Jen Wassner of Y Oak, and a band Flock of Dimes, and Cal Bright of Hippocampus. So yeah, I really like this. There's a lot of kind of fizzy kind of stuff happening as well. But one of the ones that stood out to me the most is a song called Morning in Madison. Bit gentler.
Naked in the kitchen while the water gets hot. There's an angel in my sheets and I'm trying to be quiet. I'll keep it here beside me just the way that it was. Nothing lasts forever, but I'm trying because
Yeah, really nice album. I will say, when I heard about this first, I mean, I'd known the artist, but I actually that first album that they released completely passed me by. It's more of an indie folk kind of record, but I've been talking about using different streaming services and trying to like figure out like what a post Spotify world feels like. So one of the things about that is like writing about albums more, and I'm doing that at the moment on the side. I did a best of April albums kind of piece yesterday, but also trying out different streaming services. And one that I've liked is that Qobuz, Qobuz, and they have a really good editorial for albums, and this came up in it on the release day, and I've discovered a couple of things already from Qobuz, just as, from their listing of new releases and stuff, and they do a bit of context and write a bit of background about the record. So this is where I saw it. And
that's interesting. I don't know them. I'll check them out because I'm also shopping around for an alternative streaming.
Yeah, it's good.
Service.
It's one of those really high quality services. Like you can stream in CD quality and all that kind of stuff if you have the connection that allows it, all that kind of stuff. But it's a really nice like magazine, and kind of something that kind of reminds me a little bit of like Bandcamp's editorial, very much like they do the week's best albums, for example, and that's where I heard about it. I was like, I've been starting to go through that a bit more, because every week, every Friday, every Thursday, I go through big lists, trawl through big lists of albums and pick out ones that I find are interesting. But you know, discovery in terms of like maybe I didn't even know after the first listen that I knew this artist or had met this artist before, because I didn't know the name, you know, Daughter of Swords. But yeah, it turns out I was listening to it and I was like, oh, I actually know this person. I met them once, and I know they were in another band. So really enjoyed it. Album is called Alex, band is Daughter of Swords.
Amazing. So, rock music, where's it gone? Like, we had it there for a while, do you remember? And then it disappeared again. Thank God, because enough is enough, right? The Hives are back. The best band in the universe. They love to rock and they are so good at it. Yeah, the Hives are back with a new single called Enough is Enough, the first track of an upcoming album that's out on the 29th of August, which is called The Hives Forever, Forever the Hives, that the band describe as an album of 12 singles that are all raw as fuck. So you can sign me the fuck up. Yeah, Helen Pele says the Hives are back again, faster than expected and better than ever. He said to Enemy, I really think this album is my favorite Hives album. After 30 years of being a band, we're at the peak of our powers. That doesn't happen a lot. I've studied rock history and it's super rare. Judge for yourselves, but I'm assuming you're going to agree. So yeah, here's the first single, Enough is Enough. And unsurprisingly, it rocks. Look, a lot of bands write Hives songs, but no one writes a Hives song like the Hives, right? Like that song could be off their first album. It could be off their second album. It could be off any of their albums. It's like they just have this like bank of songs that all sound exactly like the Hives. And they are so good at rock music. If you haven't seen the Hives live, you don't even have to like their music. Like you don't even have to be particularly into them. It will be the best gig you've ever been to. You will have so much fun. You will leave there like, oh wow, I didn't know at my old age I could rock as hard as that. But you can. Anyone can rock. That's the rule. So I'm so excited for this. So 29th of August, it's ages to wait, but hopefully it means some gigs, and they're very, very fun on social media when they're promoting their albums. Like they just have such a great sense of themselves and their own sense of humor and stuff. I just love them. I love them so much.
I thought the album was last year. Was it last year they did an album, or was it the year before?
Yeah, they did The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons last year, which was, or was that the year before?
2023. That's it.
Yeah,
There's another release. There's a deluxe edition of Les Hives. Is that a different
of
one?
the Hives? Yeah, no, yeah. Not new. So this is the follow up to The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons, which was a great album.
I feel like they haven't even gone away yet. They're
I know,
still around. I
know, but that's the thing. When you rock that hard, it's like you don't even have to go away before you're back.
There's no such thing as an imperial phase when it comes to good rock music. You're telling me
absolutely,
it just continues on a straight line.
Yeah,
there's no curve. No,
there's no curve. It's just consistent, excellent music. And that's
isn't that nice? Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Hives. Enough is enough.
Okay, I'm gonna play a song from a new Irish duo which I shared during the week. They're called Mischa.
You have been listening to a preview of the Niler 9 podcast. To hear this episode in full, sign up to patreon.com/Niler9.